They won an overtime game in Natrona.
Yeah.
Have we ever heard that story before?
No. We have heard that story before, and it was a Cardiac Central team. We do the Wolfpack, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Siren.
like Scott Steiner.
You know what that is?
Sirens,
Upset alert.
That's a sign.
It's not happening. No. You went spelunking for that fact. That is... Yeah.
Yeah, he climbed out of Sinks Canyon.
We might be getting ahead of ourselves. We'll see how the game's going.
You're absolutely getting ahead of yourself.
Oh, way ahead.
So,
All right, we're taking on the 3A matchups here. We're going to go 3A, 4A in this segment. Mike, Paul,
Yeah.
it's the showdown. 1 win to Laramie, 2 wins to win it all.
Yeah.
First matchup we have, Lander.
Yeah.
Lander. They take on Star Valley. Star Valley has not lost in quite some time.
31
Undefeated.
straight.
Yeah, and they host over in Lincoln County. Who we taking here?
yeah, I like them to keep the streak, but I will say this is the best Lander team. They haven't won a playoff game since 2004. So what a season they've had,
Wow.
and they're a good defensive team. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close, but I'm saying that Star Valley keeps the streak alive.
That you went spelunking for that fact. That is, whew. Yeah.
Yeah, he climbed out of Sinks Canyon.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Don't pick against Star Valley. This is like Goldberg back in the day, though. We got the streak.
Man,
Oh, that's
Siren.
like Scott Steiner.
You know what that
with
is?
Sirens, yes.
Upset alert.
That's a sign.
We got the next upset we're calling here. Riverton takes on Cody. This
Yeah.
is a 2-3 seed matchup. Now, if Cody and Star Valley were to win, you have a rematch from last year's final. However, it would be a hell of a final if you saw a Fremont County showdown down in Laramie at War Memorial with
Yeah.
Lander and Riverton playing each other if they were to win. But there's the sirens for the upset alert. Is it going to happen? Do we have Riverton beating Cody?
We do the Wolfpack, baby. Wolfpack does it. But Star Valley's winning. I mean, it's not happening for Land.
I'm just waiting for the sirens to go off. I'm thinking Cody, and it's going to be a rematch. What about you, Dirk?
I'm taking Star Valley and Cody, and yes, the rematch. And then I'm going to take Cody in the final when they do win. I'm calling it now.
Man.
So they're
Bronx all
stopping
the
at
way.
32
All right.
then,
Bronx
huh?
all the way. All right. Now, 4A, lots of discussion here. We're going to start with, well, Sheridan has the third longest active winning streak in the nation amongst high school football teams.
53.
Yeah.
53. They were past 1 year of a week's worth of
They
winning. every
turned the
week,
calendar.
right?
Yep.
They're on to their second year of wins. Now,
crazy.
they take on a Central Indians team that is a highly dangerous team coming off a huge road victory over at Dick Cheney Field. Central coming off a huge victory, overtime, blocked field goal, extra point.
Extra point.
XP block.
Tell you what, Dusty Gokenauer, or whoever the special teams coach is over there, sorry if I'm not giving credit where credit's due, but huge play, setting up a huge matchup over in Sheridan. Any chance that Central pulls off a historic victory in the semifinal?
You know, you do got to like the
Upset
story
alert.
of
Upset alert.
anybody on the team could win you the game, right? It's a team game, so somebody on the special teams just got a hand up or a dive, and guess what? They won an overtime game in Natrona.
Yeah.
Have we ever heard that story before?
No.
We have heard that story before, and it was a Cardiac Central team. But
Did we win that game? That was an overtime game?
In overtime.
Really?
Ryan Hill falling over the end zone. On
Granted, it wasn't a blocked
sneak.
extra point,
I
but
don't even remember
but
that game, dude.
How do you not remember that? I wasn't
however,
there.
it's gonna be tough to ruin the streak. But I'm thinking that high, if they can keep that high, maybe Sheridan doesn't know anything about adversity because any senior on that team hasn't lost. So I'm hoping that I'm thinking that Central jumps out early and keeps that in an upset special.
Now, Sheridan beat Central in a 2-possession game earlier this year. They've kept a lot of games close, right? Historically. Last year, you were seeing 40-plus margins of victory. This year, I mean, take the Rock Springs game, for example, where it was a 1-possession game. They're not blowing teams out like they used to, but they still are keeping teams to well under 20 points per game. speaks volumes to that defense and just the program at large. Now,
Absolutely.
Central travels all the way. That's a long drive. That's a 5-hour drive to go all the way north on a Friday. Highly emotional semifinal game. Crazier things have happened, but I'm taking Sheridan in this one, setting up a huge matchup between, well, my second pick in Sheridan in the final night.
He's got the suit. He's selling the upset. It's not happening. No. These Central players were in like elementary school the last time that Sheridan lost, and this streak is not ending on their home field.
Elementary school?
I think it might be.
Well, some of the
You're telling me the
freshmen.
seniors
The
who were like
freshmen,
8th
he's
graders
talking.
were in elementary school.
I don't. What, was it 8th graders
Maybe
or
they
was
skipped
it
a couple
5 years
grades.
ago from now, it's like 8th to 7th grade.
I mean, and some of the 11th graders were in 6th grade at the time. I
Okay.
guess it's middle school now. Yeah. I mean, it's seriously, man. You think about it. This
We
has
were
been going.
quarantining.
Yeah, this is going back a long way since Sheridan has lost. I suppose they're not going to lose, so we don't have to worry about it. All right.
All right, next matchup, we have East traveling all the way north. Another northeastern Wyoming matchup. You have East taking on Campbell County.
Yeah.
This one sets up a very interesting rematch that just occurred over at Okie Blanchard Stadium. Very similar to what East and Central had. East and Natrona County had a week ago. East and Campbell played only 2 weeks ago, and it was somewhat of a blowout where the Camels came down and pretty much stomped all over the field. They let their camels out to water. They even ate some hay on Okie Blanchard.
What?
You know, they came on down, they had their way, and then they traveled back north. Now,
It's a dromedary.
yeah. So, going up to a grass field, a little bit slower of play. Does that have an effect on this game, Paul?
Well, East does really like to roll out their quarterback, but as we saw with the Central Natrona matchup, it's pretty hard to beat a team twice, isn't it? This one's going to be the most competitive game, I think, out of all of the matchups, but I like East setting up a Capital City showdown in Laramie.
Wait, you're saying that Central is not only winning but winning big against Sheridan? If this
Oh,
is
no,
the
no,
most
no, no,
competitive?
no, no, I wasn't saying.
This is shot. Wait a minute.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
low.
Oh, I guess I
Whoa.
can. All right, you're right. Well, I'm thinking that's.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, hang on now. Now, what I will say is this. We got Jared Goff reigning supreme in Detroit. He's had a good run the last couple years. Chad Goff having a big-time run at Cheyenne East. Great head coach. The Thunderbirds are going to the championship, Dirk. This is the team, I think, that does it. And I'll tell you why. I think they throw the ball well, just as Paul pointed out. I think that they had an off showing against Campbell County a couple weeks ago. They're going to come out and play a clean game. It will be a close game, but East advances. And then we can talk about upsets in your championship.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to agree with you first. My pick is the Thunderbirds pull an upset on the road. Just watch out for the Prairie Dog Bowls on grass fields, because that doesn't happen on turf, guys.
Yeah.
But if Central and East play, I think there needs to be an application, a waiver, an exception, whatever it is, and let that be played here in Cheyenne. Okay?
Absolutely.
And even more so,
In this parking lot.
no, at Miller Field.
Oh, at Miller.
Yeah, where it
Can
all
we-
started.
Here's the deal, though. They got to bring back boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Stop it. No, but in a real sense, it needs to be played in Cheyenne. I think that would be outrageous to have it here. Play it at South for all I care. Play it here as opposed to having everybody travel over. How much better and more local?
Because
and a
otherwise,
better
we're going to have to
environment.
lease every school bus in the district.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Well, but-
Party bus on
So,
over.
Here's the thing, though. You both played in that game. I mean, it's maybe the greatest sporting event. Now, this is a Cheyenne bias, but for a high school sporting event this century, it's probably the greatest one in Wyoming, I would say. And realistically, though, would it have been thrilling for you guys to have played that? Because I think a lot of people would have gone over. If you were playing on War Memorial, what would that have been like with 10,000 people watching you guys in War
No,
Memorial?
I'd rather play it
Stadium?
here.
You'd rather have it.
And it was at the
yeah,
old
yeah.
Oakley.
Yeah.
Man. Dude, that was crazy, and that was awesome. It was
Yeah.
way more memorable in the long run. I think it's awesome that they bring teams over to Laramie, but I also
Absolutely.
think that schools should have, like, if both teams agree, they should be allowed to play on a neutral site in their
Absolutely.
hometown.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine by me.
We might
Now
be
here-
getting ahead of ourselves. We'll see how the games.
You're
games
absolutely
go.
getting ahead of
Oh,
yourself.
way
It's not
ahead, yeah.
happening.
So-
But
Yeah.
if
Oh
it
no,
does
it's
happen,
happening, guys.
John McBride, bring him back for the coin toss.